$200, singer profiled in Sweet Dreams. Peggy with a chance to spoil.
Klein, C-L-I-N-E.
Patsy Cline. Well done, Peggy. You have a choice to make. Neither of our players answered correctly.
Sonia,
Taking
you're out of
Sonia's
here.
podium. Sonia, you become a spoiler. You can fight for your podium back. Peggy, you're going to bring that $200 with you, giving you $1,600. And Karen, you are back in. And Peggy, you also discovered the Crossword Extra, which is an additional clue that only Peggy can answer. Now, Peggy, since you have more than $1,000, you can gamble all of your money if you'd like, but be careful. If you get it wrong, we're going to subtract that amount from your score. How much do you want to bet?
200.
$200. Here we go. 5 letters, $200, not just there for decoration. No, sorry, Peggy, we were looking for utile. Utile, U-T-I-L-E. All right, back to our puzzle. Everyone's back in. Here we go. 6 letters, $200, make a mess of or bungle. Sonia, chance to spoil.
Foul up. F-O-U-L-U-P.
You didn't foul that one up. Well done, Sonia. You have a choice to make. Peggy's got $1,400. Jim has $550 and 2 trips. Going for the lead. Peggy, you're a spoiler once again. You can fight for that podium back. Sonia, you're going to bring $200 with you. And that's the end of our round. Our scores are Jim, $550 plus both trips. Sonia's in the lead with $1,600, but we have a lot of game left. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
This week.
Coming for you.
It's fun across the board.
Cheerleaders' requirements.
TV's newest game show phenomenon.
F-P-E-P.
Merv Griffin's Crossword.
Welcome back to Merv Griffin's Crosswords. Jim, $550 with 2 trips in his podium. Sonia in the lead with $1,600. Now remember, players, whoever has the most money in their podiums at the end of this round will be our champion. They'll go on to that final round, have an opportunity to complete the puzzle and win the grand prize. It's winner take all. Good luck to everyone. Let's take a look at our puzzle, see how we're doing so far. And back to work. Here we go. Here's your next clue. 5 letters, $200, a slapstick musical comedy such as Monty Python's Spam-A-Lot. Jim.
Farce, F-A-R-C-E.
Well done, Jim, for $200. All right, here's our next clue. 10 letters, $300, anything that can go wrong will. Karen with a chance to spoil.
Murphy's Law, M-U-R-P-H-Y-S-L-A-W.
Good job, Karen. You have a choice to make. Sonia has $1,600, Jim $750, but he does have 2 trips in that podium.
Sonia?
Sonia, you become a spoiler once again. You can fight for your podium right back. Karen, you're going to bring that $300 with you. $1,900 to Jim's $750, and here is our next clue. 4 letters, $200, high rollers rolls. Jim.
Wads, W-A-D-S.
That is correct. Well done, Jim. $200. Our next clue. 4 letters, $200. Dubuque's State. Karen.
Iowa, I-O-W-A.
Dubuque, Iowa. Well done, Karen, for $200. Here's your next clue. 8 letters, $300, pertaining to both sides of the Urals. Jim.
Eurasian, E-U-R-A-S-I-A-N.
Good job, Jim, for $300. $1,250 to $2,100. Here's our next clue. 5 letters, $200. They're sold in lots. Sonia with a chance to spoil. Sorry, Sonia, that means you were locked out for now. Looking for autos. Autos as in automobiles. All right, here's our next clue. 9 letters, $300, thrust oneself into the affairs of others. Peggy with a chance to spoil.
Interfere, I-N-T-E-R-F-E-R-E.
No, sorry, not what we were looking for, Peggy. That means you were locked out for now. Looking for interlope. Interlope. All right, here's our next clue. 5 letters, $200, very low-tech counters. Karen.
Abaci, A-B-A-C-I.
Karen, well done. Of course, the plural for abacus. Well done. 2,300 to 1,250. Here's our next clue. 5 letters, $200, part of a pitchfork. Jim.
Tines. T-I-N-E-S.
No, sorry, not what we were looking for. Looking for prong. P-R-O-N-G, prong. All right, here's our next clue. 4 letters, $200, unwelcome greenhouse guest, or a guest you just can't get rid of. Karen.
Pest, P-E-S-T.
Good job, Karen. $200, well done. You also discovered the crossword extra, which is an additional clue that only Karen can answer. Now, Karen, you have more than $1,000, so you can gamble all of your money if you'd like. But be careful, because we're going to subtract that amount from your score if you get it wrong. How much do you want to risk?
500.
$500. Okay, here we go. 10 letters for $500. Kind of final examination? That was a tough one. Postmortem. Postmortem.
Ah.
All right, here's our next clue. 6 letters, $200. Manufacturer's payback. Jim.
Rebate. R-E-B-A-T-E.
Well done, Jim, for $200. And here's your next clue. 4 letters, $200. Jannings of the Way of All Flesh. Karen.
Emil, E-M-I-L.
Well done, Emil Jannings. Good job, Karen, for $200. Here's our next clue. 4 letters, $200. Start for Smith or Plain. Karen.
Aero, A-E-R-O.
Aerosmith, Aeroplane for $200. Well done, Karen. And that sound means time is up. Karen, you are our champion with $2,400. Congratulations to you, Karen. Thank you to the rest of you for playing. When we come back, we're going to see if Karen can complete that puzzle and win today's grand prize. So don't go away.
Closed captioning for Merv Griffin's
Welcome back to Merv Griffin's Crosswords. We're here with Karen, our champion, who just won $2,400. That feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
Not as good as winning that grand prize, that's
No.
for sure. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, all you have to do, complete the puzzle, answer all the clues, spell everything correctly, do it in 1 minute, 30 seconds, and you're going to win $2,000 and a trip to where, Ed?
Antigua. You and a guest will stay at the St. James Club, an elite island resort in Antigua. White sand beaches, panoramic views, and a multitude of activities. An ideal Caribbean getaway. St. James Club.
All right, Karen, I want you to think about horseback riding on the beach.
Got it.
We ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at our puzzle. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock. Call out your first clue.
1 across.
Son between Robbie and Ernie on My 3 Sons.
Chip, C-H-I-P.
Next clue.
23 down.
3-card game.
Monte, M-O-N-T-E.
Next clue.
36 across.
Sharp Mountain Spur.
Pass.
Next clue.
40 across.
More mentally quick.
Apter, A-P-T-E-R.
Next clue.
40 down.
Perfume Essence.
Attar, A-T-T-A-R.
Next clue.
56 across.
1 minute. Rock Climber Spike.
Python, P-I-T-O-N.
Next clue.
43 across.
Every little thing blank does is magic.
Pass. 28 down.
Coal, wood, and gas.
Fuels, F-U-E-L-S.
Next clue.
55 down.
Little Scamp.
Imp, I-M-P.
Next clue.
58 across.
Fills with Wonder.
Oz, A-W-E-S.
Next clue.
43 down.
High Five.
Slaps, S-L-A-P-S.
25 seconds. Next clue.
45 down.
Goddess with a lyre and a crown of roses.
Erato, E-R-A-T-O.
Well done, Karen. $2,000 on that trip to Antigua. Congratulations.
Great. Thank
Gives you a grand total of $4,400 plus that trip. Congratulations.
Thank you.
See you next time on Merv Griffin's Crosswords.
Promotional consideration provided by